Hello viewers, hope you all are well and going good. So welcome once again on Alpha Active Learning for more interactive and interesting learning. Like, share and comment the video. So children, today Standard 8 Science topic Pollution Part 2. If you have not watched my Part 1 video, please do watch it. In the part 1, we learnt about what is pollution, types of pollution, air pollution and its causes, effects of air pollution on animals, plants, human and environment. So now let's continue. What is water pollution? When toxic substances enters lake, well, river, ocean or any water bodies, water becomes unclean and poisonous. The quality of water is harmful for consumption. We call this as water pollution. So, who pollute this water then? And what happens to this water? So when the water gets polluted, there is physical changes, there are some chemical changes and biological changes. When I say physical changes, its looks, its temperature, taste, smell, turbidity and the color is changed. When I say chemical changes, the water becomes hard, the pH value increases, the dissolved solids, the radioactive substances, anything that get mixed. When I say biological changes, I mean there is a growth of microbes, unwanted growth, which are hazardous to the human health. Now this water get polluted because of three different types of water pollutant. They are biological, organic, inorganic. So what is biological water pollutant? It includes algae, bacteria, viruses and parasites. And inorganic, it includes herbicides, insecticides, fertilizers, sewage and industrial waste. When I say inorganic, it includes arsenic, cadmium, lead, mercury, the toxic elements, and fine sand, dust and soil. So what are the reasons of water pollution? One is heavy rainfall. Now when there is a heavy rainfall, the minerals from the land washed into rivers and then into ocean, leading to uncontrolled growth of water weeds. The second is earthquake. Yes, because of the earthquake, debris, dust, sulfur compounds released get washed into water sources due to rain and thus water get contaminated. The second reason is domestic sewage. Wastewater from kitchen, bathroom, toilets is domestic sewage. Detergent and the washing agents contain phosphates are harmful for all forms of life. And when such thing get mixed or it is discharged in an open, then the contamination spreads. Apart from this, especially in the villages where the cleaning activities are going on, the decomposition hemp and flax in the water, disposal of ashes, flower offerings to God and any kind of the activities also a reason for water pollution. Then comes industrial effluent. So waste materials like acid, alkalis, toxic metals, oil, grease, dyes, pesticides are poured directly into the water bodies by many industries. The discharge like slurries as gypsum, cement, abrasive metals also mixed. And when they are discharged without any treatment, this type of discharge or the effluent are very harmful to everybody, to the environment also. The another is radioactive waste. They are produced from medical, industrial, atomic power plants and scientific processes. They cause serious problems if they are not disposed of properly. Oil spillage is also one of the reasons. May be spilled because of accidental reason or because of many activities that are going on in the ocean, in the sea or near the coastal area. Now due to this spillage, oil layer is created which is hazardous to marine life as dissolved oxygen get lowered. Mud and the sludge. Now this mud and the sludge also pollute the water as in such mud the growth of microbes takes place. The foul smell also will spread. Another reason is river current and its diversion. Because of this diversion, the minerals also get mixed. Along with this, many other things get mixed up in the water and the constitution of water as well as physical properties also get changed. One more reason is soil erosion, where soil eroded and many biotic and abiotic factors are added to water. Apart from this, the nematodes which you see in the soil, they flow with rainwater and thus causing the water pollution. And of course all the algae, the fungi and the microbes, they are also reason when their excessive growth is there, it causes water pollution and thereby waterborne disease. Uses of fertilizers and pesticide is also one of the reason, because when you spray this pesticides like endrine, chlorine, carbonate, they flow and mix with water and many a times they seep into the groundwater, thus causing the pollution of groundwater. Now what are the effects of water pollution? On the human, it causes several waterborne diseases like diarrhea, vomiting, typhoid, diphtheria, hepatitis, kidney damage, nerve disorders and skin lesions. Also, the dissolved oxygen level gets reduced. As a result, there is a disturbance in aquatic ecosystem. It causes the death of aquatic animals, more effect on the seabirds. Because of water pollution, many a time there is increase in the salt content of water. We can see the layer of the salt in it. As a result, it reduces the growth, it affects the growth. Now, effect of water pollution on trees and plants. It causes disruption in photosynthesis in aquatic plants with eventual negative effect on ecosystem. Contaminated water destroys flora and fauna in the water, and excessive sodium chloride in water affect the growth of the plant, and water itself is polluted. As a result, all the plants or the crops or the vegetables and the fruits we are eating, thereby they transmit this pollution into them. So we can summarize the effect as excessive nutrients from the fertilizers are flushed from the land into rivers or lake by rainwater. Plant flourish, that is, this pollutant cause aquatic plant growth of algae, duckweed and other plants. Algae blooms and oxygen is depleted, so preventing sunlight reaching to the other plants. The plants die and oxygen in the water is also depleted. There is dead plants are broken down by bacteria, and the fifth is that the oxygen levels reach a point where no life is possible. The fish and the other organism die. So this is all over the effect of water pollution. Children, if you see this, and if I tell you that this is a river, can you imagine? The entire color has changed. This river is found in Tamil Nadu, where there are large numbers of tanning centers are present. Wastewater from those centers is released into Palar River because of the leather industries, and Hence, that river is referred as Puzar or gutter river. So this is the damage to our ecosystem done by the human activity. Now, soil pollution. Soil is said to be polluted when there are changes in its physical, biological and chemical properties and its fertility decrease due to either natural or man-made reasons. So what are the types of soil pollutant? Pesticides, radioactive elements, airborne contamination, inorganic pollutant like mercury, arsenic, nickel, cadmium and lead, organic waste detergent, borates, crop residue. Now, look at the effect of this pollutant on the soil. Due to domestic waste disposal, which include biodegradable and non-biodegradable materials. Especially non-biodegradable materials like plastic is very harmful as it remains same for years together and it won't decompose. Another reason is industrial effect. We can see the land is polluted with dangerous chemicals and because of this industrial waste, the soil get contaminated and so all the animals or the plants or the microbes which are on this soil get harmed. The next is effect of pesticides and fertilizers overuses. When such fertilizer pesticides are on the soil, it is absorbed by the soil and as a result they seep into the soil and affect the soil at biological level, killing natural bacteria in the soil. The next is biomedical waste. This includes outdated medicines, cytotoxic drugs, soil dressing, cotton with blood and body fluid, dissected body organs and tissues, disposable syringe, intravenous fluid bottles, gloves, needles and blades. When they are just get mixed up without any treatment, children, this is more harmful as it spreads any type of disease. Now what are the effects of soil contamination? The one is soil erosion. It leads to loss of top cover of the soil and hence leads to the loss of fertile land for agriculture, forest cover, fodder patches for grazing, etc. Second, the soil chemistry is disrupted. Ability to make nutrient in photosynthesis is reduced. Nutritive value of crop is also reduced. If we see the effect of soil pollution on animal life, polluted soil affect metabolism of microorganisms and arthropods which contain the primary food chain, putting negative impact on predator species. Insect may eat such polluted soil which hits their biodiversity and as a result it also affects the food web. Now the question is air, water and soil pollution are totally different or do they have effect on each other? So yes children, whether it is air pollution, water pollution or soil pollutions, they all are interrelated. One has the effect of on the second one. So altogether all these three has a great impact on human health, on the environment. Now if wet waste is dumped at the wrong places instead of composting, pathogens grow upon it which are then mixed with water causing water pollution. Second, excessively sprayed insecticide and weedicide are mixed with air causing air pollutions. Similarly, excessive use of chemical fertilizer causes water pollution. Now soil pollution occurs due to mixing of human waste, birds and animal waste which releases stinking gases causing air pollution. So now, how to prevent and control this pollution? There are various laws and rules are in force in relation to biomedical waste, harmful effluent, solid waste and sound pollution. Maharashtra Pollution Control Board as well as every state has their own pollution control board and the Central Pollution Control Board have laid some act for this. such as Water Pollution and Prevention Act 1974, Air Pollution and Prevention Act 1981, and Environmental Protection Act 1986. Now, do you think that it is only the government duty? No. The role of citizen in pollution control is utmost important. In fact, each and every citizen is responsible in curbing the pollution and in controlling the one. The first is plant trees and develop gardens, parks and open ground, which will definitely give you the fresh air having more oxygen content. Save fossil fuels and minimize electricity consumptions. When there is less fossil fuels are used, definitely air pollution will be less. Use public transport instead of private vehicles. Now, to reduce the fossil fuel, we need to use public transport. Use non-conventional source of energy like solar, wind and tidal. Now, instead of using the LPG, CNG, though CNG is good, but kerosene, we can switch over to slowly and gradually to solar, wind and tidal energy. Keep your home and public places clean. Very important, children. Every house must have wet waste and dry waste bags for this thing. So as a result, we can reduce, recycle the dry waste and we can decompose the wet waste. Maintain vehicles in well-tuned conditions. Very important, children. In order to curb the air pollution, we need to maintain our vehicles and see that they are getting the service from the authorized station. And largely reduce, reuse and recycle. If we follow these three rules, then 3 R's, then definitely we can control the pollution. Now, National Pollution Control Day is observed on 2nd December 2018. The purpose is to spread the awareness like regular pollution checkup, save energy, use eco-friendly product, regular services, plant trees and use genuine parts. So advertisement, posters and many activities are done so that the person understands and its responsibility towards the society. Apart from this is not enough. We need to have awareness campaign for a clean environment, a complete system to monitor pollution and a stricter control on factories releasing effluents. At the same time, planning project to suit environment and adoption of latest pollution control techniques. And the most important, children, whatever the rules are laid by the government, we need to follow it strictly. That is very important. So enforcement of all these things is very important. So children, be a part of the solution and not a part of pollution. Let's together make this Mother Earth the best place to live. It's our mother and we all need to take care of her. Thank you so much. Thank you.